Like, how did that come out of my mouth? I can't say pan. Alright. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. By the way, this is the sweatshirt I got in my last video. When I was editing, I realized I failed to actually show it to the camera. But this is not why we're here today. We are here today because in my last couple of videos I have talked about the fact that I have POTS. Excuse me, sir, if you're gonna be on the bed, you can't be pushing on my tripod. And no, not the kind you smoke, okay? So, and I have to refer to my phone for information because I'm not really good at explaining what it is, and I always forget what the O stands for. And I pretty much just say, like, my cut and dry explanation of it is my blood pressure is super low because my body can't pump it through my body properly, like top to bottom, so it pulls in my feet and it causes my blood pressure to drop. I have to wear compression socks. That's fun. I don't always wear them. They make me itchy. So I only wear them when I know I have to stand for long periods of time. And I can tell when I feel like crap because I get, like, it's like having an anxiety, and I have anxiety too, but it's like having an anxiety attack. You get the nausea, you get shaky, you can get a headache. I start losing words, and so I'll forget the names of things. And like, I know what it is in my head, but I can't get the connection from my brain to my mouth. So like, I'll be thinking in my head, I'm like, it's a pan, Sam. But I'm like, and like literally the only thing will come up, like, the thing that you cook in. Like, how did that come out of my mouth? I can't say pan. Yeah, so that frustrates me. And then I stutter. I'll get stuck on words. And typically I get stuck on, like, I'll be like, the like, TH words. I get stuck on those. And I can't stop myself when I'm doing it. So, like, I would just get stuck. I have to focus on telling my brain, like, hey, we're done talking. Like, just stop trying to say anything, okay? That's pretty much how I explain it to people. But that's not a real good explanation. I'm just going to, like, read some things, okay? It is considered, what do they call it? They call it it is pronounced dysautonomia. And I'm still not sure I'm saying this wrong. Or, I'm still not sure I'm saying it wrong. No, I'm still not sure I'm saying it right. So POTS stands for postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. So postural means related to the posture of your body, obviously. People with POTS, their heart rate will bounce at least 20 beats more per minute, if not more, from a sitting laying position to a standing position. And on top of that, their blood pressure will plummet. So I was feeling like crap the other day, and I took my blood pressure sitting down, and I was 86/66, and when I stood up, my blood pressure dropped so far down, the blood pressure machine could not read it. It was non-existent. The orthostatic is pretty much because your position, your body position changed from either a sitting or a laying down position to a standing position, your blood pressure plummeted, your blood went all pulled to the bottom of your feet. So you get dizziness, nausea, you might black out, you might actually pass out, and your blood pressure drops. The tachycardia means that your heart rate beats over 100 beats per minute. Within the first 10 minutes of standing, your blood pressure drops. You can get pains in your hands and your feet, and that's actually how I got diagnosed. I went to the doctor, and I don't know if, how do I show you this? I can see it from my side. Like that, there we go. So this thumb, like, I really struggle to touch it to my hand like this thumb. This thumb touches to my hand. And it would swell up to the point where I could, like, only bend it this far. So they sent me to a rheumatoid arthritis doctor. And I was like, this has been happening, at that point in time, like, only about a year. But I'm like, this has been happening for a year. If I had arthritis, don't you think that, like, it would have spread by now? And the doctor's like, oh, well, we're going to stick a needle in it and try to drain fluid. I was like, are you 100% sure there's fluid in there? She's like, no. I was like, then you might stick a needle in there. Like, I mean, I might have piercings and stuff, but you're not going to just jab me willy-jilly. They gave me a 45-minute MRI for my thumb. But there was no fluid, so I didn't have to get a needle. But because she was looking at my vitals and she was talking to me about my symptoms, she goes, I think you have POTS. Like, I'm going to send you to the specialist. And I did. It turned out I did. You get lightheadedness, heart palpitations, the shakes, I will shake like this. I'm not shaking currently, but like my hands will start shaking. Chest pain, exercise intolerant, pain or coldness in extremities. Yes, I am cold constantly. Fatigue, nausea, and bloating. So after I call them episodes, I don't know what the medical terminology for them, but after I have an episode of like a flare-up, I get so bloated and have like the worst stomach ache from being bloated. Like not like sick to my stomach, but like pain because my stomach is like trying to come out to here like instantaneously. Constipation, diarrhea, and weakness. I do get weakness. I have found that diet really changes things. I had to stop eating meat to deal with intestinal issues, and I am also cutting gluten out of my diet, which seems to be helping, which leaves me eating like watermelon all year round. So yeah, that's POTS, and having POTS sucks. So pretty much when I was diagnosed, they gave me these medications. The medications made my body feel so much better, and I wasn't having my POTS symptoms, and I wasn't getting like the racing heart and the shakiness, and it was great, but it was giving me migraines, and I get migraines anyways. I had a injury from an epidural with my second child, and started getting migraines quite often after that. And I told the doctor, I was like, as much as I feel better and I love the fact I'm feeling better, I can't live with migraines. So he took me off of it, and he goes, okay, so your next option is to gain some weight and to eat the equivalent of 2 Bulong cubes a day. That much salt. That's how much salt I need to raise my blood pressure. Because your blood is pulling at your feet and you have to work so hard for it to go anywhere else. When I have a really bad flare-up, I have to lay on my back with my feet up in the air. It does prevent blood from getting to the brain. It does cause brain fog. And I think that's part of my stutter and my loss of words, is because my brain is like deprived of blood. And the worst part is that, like I said, the symptoms are like having an anxiety attack. I do have anxiety. So the POTS symptoms of having anxiety can sometimes trigger my anxiety, and I can't take any like depression meds, anxiety meds. If you research it, a lot of the anxiety meds people take are actually were meant for depression, but do treat the symptoms of anxiety, because they all lower your blood pressure. Because typically speaking, if your blood pressure is lower, you're calmer. When you get freaked out, your blood pressure goes up. Mine's the opposite. So typically, from what I've been told, people start getting symptoms of POTS in their 20s. I can remember having symptoms like this as young as like 15, 14. But like I said, I didn't get diagnosed until my daughter was like 2. So 2 years ago, 27. So yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a puzzle piece video, because there's things I added, and you know, they're gonna have to be moved around, and but that's about it for, you know, my explanation of POTS. I'm sure there's probably other people on YouTube have given a way better medical, you know, explanation. I mean, I was reading symptoms off of websites because I wanted to try to do my best to give you the correct information on it instead of jibber jabber. I will post the 2 websites I read information off of down below. I also wear a Fitbit a lot, which I don't have it on right now, to monitor my heart rate so that I can see if it's getting too high and I need to lay down and do this. Ready? I stare at my feet a lot.